Well, we're getting more rain here. It's like it's just non-ending this summer. Here in the Hampton Roads area. It's up to the top of the curves already. We're heading out right now to Hobbytown. Hey, what's going on, guys? Tony here, CCxRC, and today we're at Hobbytown in Virginia Beach with the boys. And we're gonna go in there and he wants to look at some Kobe's. I wanna look at the Hoss and the Felony. So we're gonna go in and check it out, so join us. All right, guys, this is one of my favorite destinations in Virginia Beach, and thank you to Mike Dayton for letting me come in here with my kids and film in here. Our first stop is always to check out the toys that they've got, especially right here. The little stuff for like $5 that they can spend their allowance on, but sometimes they save it up, and that's when they start looking at these Kobe's and some of the things like kites and model rockets, that kind of stuff. Oh, you found something? You found a couple things, huh? But you'll find me over in the RCs. Josh is dressed up like me today, man. Look at this guy. Oh man, that is hot. I'm super excited about both of these vehicles. I have them both on order. The orange Felony and whatever color of the Hoss that they give me from Hobbytown. So super excited to be looking at them in person, and I'll tell you, they are both stunning. You know, the Hoss actually surprised me in that it's small, but it's definitely stout looking. But man, that Felony sitting up on that bench, the colors, it just looks so good. Take off the top and you see inside, you see the 150 amp Spectrum Firma ESC in there with room to put in a larger 160 on that plate that they've got in there, it looks like. So you could squeeze a 160 in there. They got room. Perfect. It's like it's perfectly made to fit a 160 in there.
It is, because if you don't even have to cut the tabs like I cut them on mine.
So that's really cool. You can see the spot where they've got the holes where you can put in the brake that they've got in the new Infraction version 2. Super clean. Really like the wheels on this. The big ones in the rear are great. Couple things I noticed about the body is how there's side panels on it that are stuck on. They're not part of it, the single mold. It's like multiple pieces. So they've got the wing that you can put on, but then they've also got the side parts of it that would be kind of like the flares or you know, plastic fairings that they've got at the very bottom of it. And those actually also have, you know, venting that brings air inside. They've got little holes in them that kind of sit on little pegs that are inside of the chassis to keep it nice and rigid there. But then I like the way that they did the two-part with the, I guess like the front air dam with the splitter there that they've got. It's a two-part off of the body, so it's nice the way that it comes off clean, and will make it a little bit stronger as well. You're not breaking your body as easily. And if you do break that, hopefully they've got that as a spare part you can buy. But it looks really good. The layout is really nice inside of it, and they've got that little bearing as well on the drive shafts, and so it's just looking good. I really like what they've done with the stylings on this vehicle a whole lot. It just looks like a grown-up's vehicle, you know what I mean? The Hoss is cool. It's much more playful, I guess, in design. It doesn't have that kind of mature, like, wow, kind of a look to it. But it looks pretty good. Better than I even thought kind of it was going to. So I'm super excited about it, trying it, because a couple things we noticed is that it is the same wheelbase as the Rustler 4x4, but it is a completely new molded chassis for it. So while it looks like the Rustler chassis, it is new. It has parts where it screws in they're kind of like rock sliders, but they also hold the body in place. Josh was pointing out to me that the receiver box is actually part of the chassis now, and it just has a top that screws into it, so it's molded into it, which is neat. I still think I like the Max chassis better, but I'll tell you, the drive shafts, while plastic, do look upgraded on this. They say they've got like their new HD ones. These look pretty good. They're like a gray type of plastic. So, you know, crossing our fingers, you know, holding on to hope that those are going to hold up under power. But we're only doing 3S, so it should be all right as long as you're not landing on throttle or something crazy. But I really must say that I think that out of the box, this one might handle better than the Max because of the suspension. While it's only plastic, and I don't love that, the shocks are plastic. You don't have threaded even plastic. You've got like the retainers. I think that the softer suspension, while it is going to chassis slap, I think it's just going to make it handle better and not be so stiff like I felt like my Max was. Because those shocks were so big on the Max, but it wasn't that heavy of a vehicle. I don't know. This one, just doing little drop tests, it just feels really plush. So at glass counter, we're not doing big drop tests or anything like that, but I love the tires on this better. They are kind of hard though, I must say. Joe was in there and he pointed it out. He's like, man, feel the tires on it. And they were shockingly stiff. So those may break in some. They may actually hook up awesome. So we'll see. It did feel weird as far as they were hard. Then beyond the hardness of the rubber, the foam didn't feel that great. So yeah, time will tell. But overall, I think it looks good, and it actually feels like it's gonna handle pretty well based on just kind of the suspension feeling on it. One thing for me still is the price on it. I think that it looks good. It's probably going to handle well. It's up there in price, and we coined the phrase "proud papa pricing" is what Traxxas does. They're proud papas. They're proud of their vehicles, and so they price it at what they value it at. You know, the proud papa always sees their son as being better, and you know, talk them up and all that. And so this is Traxxas's proud papa pricing on this one, I will just say. But it does look like you get a pretty cool looking vehicle. It's, you know, it's small, but it's not bad. You know, really excited to see both of these. Always love coming down to Hobbytown, Virginia Beach. Awesome place. Newport News as well. I go to both of those several times a year. Richmond, I may make it to one of them once a year, maybe, something like that. Not as often, but you know, love what they're doing here for us in Virginia, offering us so many cool toys. They've got their shelves pretty stocked with stuff. Lots of Traxxas, lots of Arma. They've got the Sen Monster trucks there, the Tamiya Clodbusters. They've got tires, paints, all that kind of stuff, planes, boats. And yeah, it's a place to go if you want to get into hobbies. So if you're in the area, be sure to check it out, guys. But yeah, like I said, I'm super excited for these to come out. Can't wait to get my hands on them and get them running. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in for this kind of different episode, and we'll catch you in the next video.